Hello, today I will talk about how it is that you owe money to SARS even though you've been paying every month. This is why. But before we get to the why, just a disclaimer, this video is purely for education and information. You would still need to get professional advice. So let's jump in. You have been paying your SARS every single month, in the terms of pay as you earn or in terms of VAT every second month. But you still get a penalty letter from SARS. Why is that possible? So number one, the first thing is to understand when you file monthly pay as you earn, there are two processes that need to happen. The first one is the actual submitting of the amounts that you will pay over to SARS. The second one is the actual payment of the amounts. So if you file and you don't pay on time, immediately, because you have to pay before or on the 7th of every month for the previous month. So if you pay on the 9th or on the 8th, you will get a penalty from SARS. On top of that, the penalty will then also come with interest. So that is the number one reason why if you have been paying, why you keep on owing SARS money. The second reason is, and that is the big headache, a wrong reference number. When you submit your EMP 201, which is your monthly pay as you earn combined with the UIF payments for the month, each month when you submit that, SARS generates a PRN number for that specific month. If you get the number wrong and you pay the money into the wrong account, SARS is not going to say, hey, wait, hang on, you made a mistake. They're going to say, you didn't pay for July, you paid maybe for May. And they will see it as a non-payment and you will get a penalty with interest. So those are the reasons why you can get into debt with SARS. And of course, if your e-filing details are not up to date, you don't have your login details to your e-filing profile, you would not know why and what is going on in there. So be clued out and be uninformed about your e-filing, what is going on your e-filing profile. So now you are indebted. What happens? How do you then get out of debt? If you get a final demand letter and it says you owe 10 million, 6 million, 5 million, 3 million, whatever the amount is that you owe SARS, there is still hope. The first thing for you to do is not to ignore that final demand letter. The first thing for you is for your accountant or your bookkeeper to reach out, or the tax practitioner to then communicate with SARS. Then they will then work out a debt management plan that it will be advantage, that a debt management plan that you can afford with repayments that you can afford. They will give you 3 possible scenarios. So you then decide which payment you can make every single month. But here is the thing. If you commit to a debt management plan and the cutoff date is the last day of every month, you don't pay on the last day of every month. You pay at least a day or 2 days before, because if you pay the debt, the repayment amount for the debt, if you pay it on the last day of the month, it will only reflect the next day on SARS systems, and automatically the system will kick you out because it will be a late payment again in terms of your debt. So if you pay your debt late, immediately they terminate the agreement that you have, and you have to start the process all over again. And this is a process. It's not, remember, it's your debt of many years. It will take a long time to undo the mess, to untangle the mess of the debt payments, the money that you owe to SARS. But I want to say that there is hope. It is doable. So here is my advice. If you are in a position to pay all of the money or 50% of the money, rather do that. If your debt is 6 million rand and you are by means to pay the full 6 million, pay the 6 million. It will get SARS out of your hair. It will get SARS out of your life until the next time. Even if it's 50%, pay the 50% the 1 month and then pay the other 3 million the other month. Why do I advise that? How it works with SARS, for every month that you owe them money, there's a 10% penalty. Plus, this is in the case of pay as you earn. There's a 10% penalty plus interest. So, if it's 6 million and you decide I'm going to wait for the debt repayment plan to kick into action, and you don't touch any of that debt, by the time that the debt payment plan kicks into action, that 6 million, every month it has accumulated 10%, which is 600,000 plus interest. So you will keep on paying and paying and paying until you will feel that the SARS money is bleeding out of your ears. So that answers why you are indebted with SARS, even if you pay them every month. Make sure your PRN number, your reference number, is correct for the month that you have paid. If it is not correct, SARS will see it as a non-payment. They will penalize you with interest. I want to end off with the last important note. When you go into a debt repayment plan or debt payment plan with SARS, there are two payments you have to make. The one is the payment for the debt alone. That must happen every last day of the month, but preferably 2 days or 3 days before the cutoff date. The second payment you have to make in terms of pay as you earn and VAT. In terms of pay as you earn, the second payment is the monthly one, because you have your current amount that you owe SARS for every month, and then you have your old debt. So those two amounts must be paid every month. Otherwise, you will keep on paying. The same goes for VAT. When you have a VAT debt, remember it's the current VAT that you must pay every second month, and then plus the debt that you owe. So that, in a nutshell, is why you keep on paying money to SARS. Wait, before I go, if you pay ahead with SARS, you will still get the penalties and the interest. You know why? When you pay ahead, you must write an email to SARS, or you can go to the online query system and ask them, instruct them to reallocate the funds. If you don't do that and you pay ahead, it will be one amount that goes to 1 month. So SARS will only take the money for that month and park the other money in unallocated funds. So if you don't tell SARS, take that money in unallocated and spread it over the other months, SARS will leave that money where it is. So you will then have paid ahead, but you will still accumulate penalties and interest, because you did not instruct SARS to take the extra money and spread it over the certain months. So that is how it's possible to owe money to SARS if you pay ahead. if you have paid them or if you are just in arrears with them. So please like, share and subscribe. Leave your comment, and for more on issues about your debt, watch my other videos.